Alright team, so today we're going through the kettlebell swing. A lot of people have trouble with this movement, and it's understandable because it really is a complex movement. But just like riding a bike, it's just getting that practice in, getting the procedural memory down. So first things first is we want to break down what the primary mover is of this movement. So it's going to be a hip hinge. When we talk about a hip hinge, okay, if we get the hands placed on the front of the thighs, we're going to drive the hips back, okay, and we're going to squeeze at the top. So our ending position is at the top, glutes are engaged, abs are engaged, chest up, shoulders back. At the bottom of the swing, or the primary driver of this movement, I'm then in a hip hinge. Okay, I've got my big toes down, the weight is nice and balanced, chest remains up, shoulder blades are pulled back. Okay, and then this is our dynamic aspect of the movement and our main driver. So from here we're firing from the hamstrings, we're finishing with the glutes and abs to hold in. Okay, so starting with that kettlebell up at the top, okay, we're going to get the hinge, we're keeping the bell nice and close to the body, the chest stays up, and I'm powering through the hips throughout the movement. Now, a couple of things to think about here. When we get to the top of that kettlebell swing, as soon as those glutes come in, we want to make sure then that we're keeping the abs nice and tight so we don't get an overextension and work that lower back, okay? The second thing that we're looking for at the bottom is that we're staying with a balanced movement. So we want to make sure that the weight is staying through the midfoot. Now to think of this is I want you to squeeze the floor with your feet and grip the floor so we're held here, okay? So coming back in as we hinge. Okay, so I'm gripping the floor, I'm protecting my lower back at the top, okay? Finally, we want to make sure as well that we're keeping that chest up, shoulder blades are pulled back. So by keeping that upper thoracic tension, engaging the lats, just like a deadlift, we're then able to protect that lower back, okay? And I'm keeping that bell nice and close to my hips. Okay, now in both of those examples, I started at the top of the movement. So to pick up the kettlebell, all we need to do is start down at the bottom here, get into a hike position, okay? We're gonna hike the bell back through the legs and then stand up to a top position. Okay, now you notice as well that I'm driving and firing through the hamstrings. I'm not bending the knees as I do the swing. Firing through the hamstrings, not bending the knees. Okay, so one final run through. Starting from that hike position, shoulder blades pulled back, chest up, hinge. And time. Well done guys, hope you found that helpful, and good luck with your kettlebell swings.